Hi everybody, we're going to have another look at mnemonic acronyms, and just to remind what those are. An acronym is an example of an acronym, I should say, something like the RAC, Royal Automobile Club, and that doesn't spell a word, but the first letter is used in the acronym, so R for Royal, A for Automobile, etc, etc. So a mnemonic acronym is when those letters actually spell a word, and we're going to use that to help us analyse this novelty torch. And we're going to use ACCESS FM, ACCESS FM, whereas A is for aesthetics, C is for cost, C is for customer, E is for environment, S is for size, S is for safety, F is for function, and M is for material. So you've used Emma's feet in the past. This is an alternative, or if you haven't used Emma's feet, you may want to have a go at this. So I'm going to just do a verbal analysis of this novelty torch. It's great if you can analyse a product by actually touching it and picking it up. And you know, my initial thoughts of this is that I pump this handle and that charges whatever it charges, and then I can release the light with that button or hold that handle in place with that, and it's got some sort of handle that allows me to put this, this little thing that goes through a wrist or something like that, and that's where the light is. Looks like there's an LED in there, and it's very much a novelty Father Christmas stocking filler type thing, and there's a barcode on the back and whatever. So, you know, those are my initial thoughts. So let's put that into sort of practice a bit more thoroughly. So first of all, A for aesthetics. So what does it look like? Well, it's a novelty design. I think that the red and the black and the white and the cream go together for his face. So you can clearly see it's meant to be Santa Claus or Father Christmas. It's colourful, it's quite stylish. Like I say, it's a novelty item. There's no major there's a bit of texture there to help me get a grip to turn the thing on and off. A little bit of texture in this woven fabric wrist hoop there. So, you know, it's quite light in weight, and like I've said, it's quite stylish, but it's very much a novelty item. So that's A for aesthetics. So what about the cost? Well, I know that the cost of this product was $4.95. It was out of the sale bin after Christmas. It's a January purchase, so Christmas has passed, and it was $4.95. And you know, as a $4.95 product, it's a fun item. It's a stocking filler. You know, a youngster would get a lot of pleasure out of this at Christmas. So as far as the manufacturer costs go, well, I have seen a label on here that clearly states it's made in China. It's made out of plastic. It'd be mass produced, not too labour intensive, so highly automated. So there's material costs there, there's production costs in labour, shipping costs, any advertising costs, and obviously wherever this was purchased wants to make a profit. So those are some of the costs involved. Would I pay $10 for this? Personally, no, but $4.95, $5, yes, I think it's a bargain. So that's C for cost. So what about customer? Who would buy or use this? Well, I bought this. I'd give it to a young child at Christmas as, like I say, a stocking filler, a novelty item. But then again, it's a useful torch that doesn't need batteries. So, you know, just by pumping the handle, you know, it's a very, very useful product. So the customers would be maybe adults or parents looking for something for a kiddie from Santa in the Christmas stocking. You know, boys or girls, male, female, it really wouldn't matter. It's just a bit of fun. I quite like this sort of design. Like I say, it's very seasonal for the Christmas holiday period. Performs well. So there we go. That's sort of customer anyway. So what about the environment? How would this product affect the environment? Well, big bonus is no batteries. So we've not got to worry about the disposal and the wastage of batteries themselves. Many of these parts are recyclable. They're made out of recyclable plastic. So that's a major benefit. Certainly not having the batteries and the fact it could be made out of recyclable parts. You could apply the 6 R's of design. Recycle, reuse, repair, rethink, reduce, refuse. Yeah, I mean, there are parts here that could be reused by the person who, if the thing breaks, you could reuse that grip for something. You might be able to take out the LED, reuse that and the lens, but not really many other parts themselves. Are the materials sustainable? Well, to a degree they are. But again, like we've said, they're not really reusable. Would you repair something like this? Probably not, because it's cheap, although we can easily get a Phillips head screwdriver in there if it does break on us to see if we can repair or glue parts on the inside. So what about the size of it, the size of the product? Well, here's my hand, which is a largish hand. For a child, it's quite big and chunky, which can be a good thing. They might want to go at this with 2 hands to pump that lever. So it's quite a sizable product. It's probably about, I don't know, 100 mil long, maximum width of probably about 60 mil, something like that. So it's quite large, really. It's not something you'd put in a handbag. It's not something you'd put in a glove box or the boot of your car. You'd buy a different sort of torch, a more practical one than that. But, you know, for a young kid, for the bedroom at night, yeah, it's a good item for that. As far as comfort goes, again, very comfortable for me. A youngster, depending on their age, boy or girl, might need to use 2 hands, but, you know, they could easily get that thing going and get good use out of it. Would it be improved if it was larger? Well, probably not, because, you know, that's got quite a lot of width on it as it is, so it might be hard to actually pull that across, that lever across, to add some power to it. And if it was smaller, probably not as well, because whatever's going on inside here, and I could analyse the inside if I bothered opening it up, probably needs that room to actually generate the power. So what about S for safety? Well, there certainly doesn't appear to be parts that fall off easily. So as far as choke hazards go, that's not a major issue. That seems to be pretty well connected. It's safe to use. There's no finger traps. Maybe if that was more hollowed out, you could get your finger caught, pull that down and get a nasty cut or something like that. So I'd say it's a safe product to use. I can't see you really hurting yourself with this. Again, no batteries, so there's no issue with safety that goes along with those. No real sharp corners or jagged bits. It's pretty well finished, to be fair. So the function, how does the product work? Well, we've already said you can put your hand in that without taking it apart. You know, you pump this handle. All right, that stores some sort of energy, and the energy then's converted into light when we turn that switch. We've got a nice reflector in there. We've got this plastic lens at the front, and the LED I can see in there. In fact, the LED on this example looks a little bit broken. That might be why it's not working at all, in fact. So it's quite an easy functional product to use. I wouldn't really see that you could improve on this very much, other than, you know, maybe create other ones for other seasons or characters. It might be the sort of giveaway gift that you could give with, you know, get so many tokens from Macca's. That could easily be converted into a McDonald's character, a cartoon character or something like that, which would be a good thing in some respects, because you've got a usable product. Finally, the last part of Access FM, what about the materials? What are the materials made from? Well, it's mainly plastic. I would say it's some type of ABS, which would be recyclable, with ABS being a thermoplastic. We've got this. It's quite tough, quite durable, gets a lot of its strength from the shell, the fact it's a shell structure. We've got this woven fabric wrist strap, which again is a very strong material in itself. I would say the materials, an acrylic lens there, I would say the materials on this are highly suitable. It's very much a mass-produced item. You know, in a factory with machinery, high volume production. And yeah, I would say that's about it on the materials themselves. So I've used ACCESS FM. By all means, get a product yourself, have a look at it and apply ACCESS FM to your analysis. Thanks very much.